Hello, it was Power here with the Hypocritical Saber opening volume real time. Essentially this is volume 6, which is coming out after volume 7. I think initially I said the movie stuff was volume 6, but it was actually no, I said they were initially volume 7, but then because I got these 3 before the Legend Rider stuff, so it's just like it just makes sense to just consider them volume 6 and such. So obviously, if you couldn't tell from the title, we'll be covering the 01 stuff and then the Saber stuff, because we need a video for these ones. So essentially for this, the Saber stuff will get moved to the side. I don't think I need to throw anything out, hopefully. Man, the boxes for these have literally just been sitting for like a while. So they're kind of flat. And technically yeah, I should technically be working on stuff, but it's like it's already too late. So it's just like I'm not really, I really need to like push myself to actually work on some stuff, but I'm not doing that. So anyways, here we have the Eden driver, or the Eden Zetsumare's key and the Eden driver unit with Lucifer in the back. Then we got Heck Rising Hopper. Then we have the final stage show with Arc 01. The Arc 01 Progress Key, which this one might as well be the first one we open. So here's the Obi. So here's the, oh my gosh. Why is it this low? It's not supposed to be that low. It's supposed to be up higher. Why is it slipped down this low? Oh gosh, my box is unstable. It's literally okay. This section is actually supposed to just be like this, but I don't know what happened to cause this to fall. Happened. Oh, it's taped, but no, it's glued. You can see, but yeah. This is not supposed to be like that. It's literally supposed to like stay up like so. It's supposed to be like this, but mine is just falling out and such. So here we have the actual key, which I should actually probably quickly cover this. So let me actually put these all away and such, because I actually might have to I'm gonna have to stop this and record the introduction of this. But before we get to that, here's the Blu-ray. Again, it's actually in a Blu-ray case. So I wonder what's included in here, because we got the typical code for stuff. Then we got the typical pamphlet. So Saber Blu-rays. Some older shows like Cyborg 009. I do not know what these are. Is there any other Toku stuff? Not even a mention of Metsubo Jinrai? Okay, so there's barely any Toku stuff up in this. And there's that. So let's quickly we'll come back. Okay. Just filmed it. I don't know what's up with my back of my throat. It's acting really weird. Just looking at this. Like the back of my throat is like getting stuffed for some reason. I don't know why. I'm actually kind of worried I'm getting sick. But anyways. So here we go with the ARC 01 key. Which I'm still finding a weird name. So this folder. Oh shoot. Oh wow. Oh. Okay, that's actually cool. They acknowledge that you can put it in the ARC 0 or the ARC driver. Wow. That's actually cool. Because I thought it was just like a nice, like, you know, a little nod that they're doing. Like, you know, it's like, hey, you guys can indeed put this in the ARC driver. But the fact that you can actually, the fact that they acknowledge that is actually pretty cool. It reminds me, I still have to, like, technically have to film that one. But I'll film it when I have to do the memorial stuff, which, again, I'm not going to do that right now because I need to finish some things up before the semester ends, and I need to work on next month's batch of videos, or I need to work on the next several batches of videos, so 01 can't take a priority yet. I will say 01 will probably take another priority when I'm done with what I'm going to be working on for July. I can't speak much of schedules as of now, just because I don't know if I actually will be able to do an unboxing this month. I struggle with this. I'll cut this out. I don't know why that took forever, but actually, man, so here we go with the ARC 01 progress key. Personally, like, I kind of wasn't really too big on picking this up. I was just picking it up just because it was a progress key. It was like just, you know, one of the last few to get released. So it's just like, okay. And like, it still feels the same like the Arc 0 or the Arc 1 progress key. However, they decide to trans-stamp it, which is weird. So this one's 042. Like, it's interesting that they decided to put out a premium key in retail. Like, that's pretty interesting. I don't know. Like, the color scheme of it, to be honest, is kind of lazy. It's just, they didn't really bother to try to do anything original. Like, I think that's kind of my issue with it and such. And it's, like, technically this one is, like, this one technically is mine because it's, like, I don't know. Because I'm just, like, I guess I'll keep it because, like, Zrykin has the arc driver. So it's, like, and I guess I only have my own version of this. But, I don't know. I'm just not really big on these types of keys. like I'm just not really too big on arc. Can we get the lighting to be fixed? Yeah, like, it's cool that it's just the voices of the, like, normal 01 stuff. However, it's just, I don't know, I wish it was, like, more consistent with this one. And speaker quality is still as bad as this thing. Also, like, if you're a fan of Azu, then yeah, pick this up. This one doesn't even. This one technically is just a normal progress key. So nothing real special, honestly. And we're doing this early. I forgot this one technically glows from up here and not from this section because of the Zaya thing. The Zaya spec thing that they never touched on. I would say. So Azu uses a 01 driver to transform into Arc 01. I really wish that was not the text-to-speech phrase. I feel like that's just too generic and too simplistic. I think that's kind of my issue with, like, Arc 01. It's just, his sounds are way too simplistic. Like, you know, like, his musically he's cool, but, like, everything else is just kind of lacking. Like, it's at least better than this one, because I just don't like this key at all. And then taking this. She can't even say henshin because you can't hold this down, so... And, like, the timing, like, the fact they took the time to time this perfectly with this thing is really... It's really cool they actually incorporated this, even though this doesn't really indicate anything. Okay, maybe they didn't really take... I need to hear it. Yeah, so they didn't really... They did well with the transformation. They just failed at the finisher. Because it's literally just the same thing. Or it's literally just, you know, the same way it will work as in the 01 driver. Just trying to figure out. Just trying to figure out if they'll look the same. Yeah, you honestly can't really tell the difference between the two. Oh yeah, you can do this. And he doesn't get the standby, sadly, but... I forgot you can technically have Arc transform into Arc 0. Or no, Arc 1. Because... Gosh, so we have Arc 0, then we have Arc 1, then Arc 01. But, you know, it's just... I just appreciate the fact you can still use this thing within the Arc driver. They didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. So that's essentially it for this key. It's just it's just kind of a throwaway one for me. My quick thoughts. If you're a big fan of Azu, then yeah, get it. Other than that, it's just I don't think it's as cool as the Waz Ride Watch. I feel like with the Waz you got a lot more out of it. But then again, it's just because I'm not really a big fan of Arc, so. Speaking of Arc, we got Eden. Which this one I'm actually more looking forward to. I was like, oh shoot, am I opening this on the wrong side? Because like Lucifer's on this side. Okay, so I'm really curious on how exactly premium Bandai products are going to be treated. Because ever since the end of April, Bandai has stated that they're stopping the inclusion of instructions. No, yeah, since April. Since Vrumajin. They're stopping the inclusion of... Yeah, didn't Juron Gaon come with instructions? Oh, I want to say since fully since Vrumajin. that they're going to stop the inclusion of instructions. So I really want to know how premium products are going to work. See, they do the stupid thing again of like, oh yeah, insert a progress key into the 01 driver, and then, no. You can use your fingers. Nothing to worry about. So, there are 17, yeah, there's 17 phrases. And then, yeah. Is there nothing on? Oh. Man, that's bigger than I thought. No tape, woohoo. So, oh my, this key is beautiful in person. Wow. Man, this key. Wow. This blue. Oh gosh, this is beautiful. This is the most beautiful key out of this series. Wow, this feels firm. Oh, wow. And then the red button. Oh gosh. Like, yeah, it sucks that it doesn't say Eden. Eh. Then the driver unit. Just a piece of plastic. Oh gosh. It's just a sliding magnet, essentially. Wow. Why can't I put this back? I really, like, I know it's not a thing that they would want to do. I think it would have been neat if we did get another driver unit. I don't know for what exactly, but I mean, like, just for the sake of having more of these, because we only have 2, and this one's honestly, like, man, I like the, oh, I don't know, because as of now, like, this one's just a lot more impressive than the Zetsumitsu driver. But then again, this one was first. Well, this one, I think this one was initially the only one they wanted to do, but then because they did make the Zetsumitsu driver, you know, they had to do that and such. So, again, just put this in. Like, I don't know, like this. Doesn't look that great. But when it's pushed in, yeah, this looks coherent and such, like, especially this part, but I don't know, this, like, I'll at least give it this, at least this part actually flows well with the 01 driver, unlike the Zetsumitsu driver, because I think that's kind of my issue with that thing, is like, it doesn't really flow well with the 01 driver. Like, so I think I like the Zetsumitsu driver closed, but open, I definitely prefer, oh shoot, I forgot to charge my phone. I definitely prefer the Eden driver open. So yeah, let me just take care of that and such. So let's take a look at the Eden key, to which I just remembered what I actually was going to do. which this is a beautiful use of Caucasus, like, definitely. Now, I don't understand why it's a Zetsumarized key, but other than that, like, oh man. See, I like how this is essentially still a progress key. So, okay, let's take an actual progress key out. so I like how it's still the same aesthetic. It's just that now there's red hues, and it's like, oh god, this is perfection. So, man, I love that.
Eden's ability.
Man, the sound quality.
神が6日で世界を創造したのなら、私は60分でそれを破壊し、楽園を創造する。
This has the same thing like the Arc Scorpion progress key, where it will actually like glow when it's actually done.
さあ、世界をかけた戦いを始めよう。私は S、楽園ガーディアの創造主にして人類を導く存在だ。カウントダウンがゼロになった。その時に。さあ、始めよう。楽園ガーディア創造の儀式を。本日正午、世界滅亡の儀を開始する。祈り続けろ！世界の滅亡を！お前たちの祈りが世界を滅ぼす力となった！
Can you hear that satisfying click?
今見せてやる。変身。無駄だ。私に死という概念はない。楽園の完成までもうすぐだ。これで儀式は完了だ。世界を滅ぼす。そのキーを人間の体で使うのは不可能だ。死ぬつもりか。俺はあいつを救えなかった。お前らみたいに醜い悪意を垂れ流す奴らが悪を生み出し、茜の命を奪った。お前らを茜の世界に行かせるわけにはいかない。
Just like Arc Scorpion, it actually has the activation sound for the Eden driver. So most likely the 02 driver is going to be the only toy that doesn't have it, because most likely the Metspil Jinrai driver sound will be in the Mass Brain key.
Lucifer. ThinkNet's ability.
See, it sounds like ThinkNet, but it's supposed to be SyncNet. So yeah, let's, let's start this process. So, this time, all we have to do is simply push this lever down. Yeah, so again, you can't say henshin. I forgot he had the arc sound. But Gosh, I love the emphasis on Eden. I can't do it because my throat's kind of stuffed, but or not really, but I feel like it's going to be. But gosh, I like that. I got the driver stuff. So, yeah, it's still kind of flimsy, but I feel like this is way more secure than the Zetsumetsu driver, because the Zetsumetsu driver just felt like, I think it was too flat for it. Oh, whoops. I have to do that anyway, but I mean, I still have it out. The issue with the Zetsumetsu driver is that it's too big of a piece, but it's also too flat. Like, it's just too flat and too big. So it has more of a tendency of just falling out. Because at least the Eden driver has this nice dome that I'm not gonna, like, it's not going to be secure. Because I kind of wish, as you can see right here, that white, like this white button that's there to secure the 01, the cover. Like, I kind of wish that something of, like, they made a piece within the plate just to hold that, so it's actually secure. But, like, other than that, like, it's definitely a lot more secure than the Zetsumetsu driver. So let's do this more accurately. So now, we will be becoming the one and only last minute Lucifer. I think I forced this part in before actually putting in the progress key, but man, like, I just really like how the dome look. Like, I really like how the circle looks within the dome, and I really like how this dome really helps, like, cover up the, like, the yellowness of the 01 driver. Like, it really makes the red part actually work a lot more. I love the finisher announcements for this key. It's probably my favorite, but obviously I haven't finished 01. I've only seen the first arc, but like, literally, like, I feel like when he did the finisher in the movie, because, you know, it's like, oh shoot, we had to advertise the finisher. It's just like, because obviously he's getting beaten up by 01 and 02. And like, he's just like, oh shoot, we're gonna do the finisher. And he does it, it's just a kick. But then 02 kicks him back in the ground. Best showcase of a finisher ever. You have one of the best finisher announcements within the series, and we don't even see it properly. Oh, so we're gonna switch this back to the 01 driver. Oh man, this one's actually more difficult. Okay, so I suggest just pull it out, like, straight. So let's just, use this. I also just really like how different Eden's like I just really like how how different his is for service. I don't know, his just seems more rounded out and such. But yeah, as I figured, they didn't bother doing anything new with it. So like, just like Arc Scorpion, like they don't get rid of the arc sound when you authorize it. It's just simply stuck like that. So it's like there's really no point of actually doing it. Actually, wait. Authorize. This is paradise right here. That's paradise right there. And so like if I just really want to hear that, I can just keep pressing this. Man, I love that so much. If only this one actually acted differently and actually included both modes. It sadly doesn't. But let me turn this off and take its batteries. Because I need to do something. So basically, as you can see from here, because it is literally the same exact mold of the Awakened Caucasus, we can indeed use it with the 1000 driver. So we actually finally have another key to go with it, which is why I need to switch out the batteries, because mine doesn't have batteries, because I just refuse to put batteries in it. It's just like, I'm not gonna use it that much, so what's the point? Because I was like, oh yeah, mine's dead. It's like, wait, no, only Caucasus is dead. But
1000 driver.
And it's like, yeah, there's no point of me specifically doing this, because the button for mine is still, like, the button of mine is still out, so it's just gonna act normal, but, like, just to show. Like, this works pretty well.
Destruction.
So just like this thing finisher-wise doesn't really work as well in the arc driver. This thing doesn't work that well within this thing. Because, like, you can just tell it just doesn't work. I need to turn this thing off for a second. I did not activate it. Why did they have the part of the activation? Like, Arc Scorpion doesn't. Hidden Thousand Driver.
Setsumetsu Evolution. Lucifer. Perfect Rise. The creator who charges forward believing in paradise. Destruction.
Oh wow, that one almost like flowed very well. Just this goes off too early, but you know, like Paradise Destruction, like those. Wow, I just like that Paradise Destruction, but like those two almost worked. Other than that, man, I would really like Zaya's stuff. When the 5 weapons cross, the jet black soldier, Zaya is born. I am the president. CEO! Now they need to release another memorial version of the Caucasus, so then we can have Black Thouser. But yeah, okay. So essentially, it's just like they work all right. Essentially, like essentially what they did with Arc 01 is that technically it's like, yeah, you can use. It's like, yeah, you can use it with Arc, the Arc driver, but I feel like it's because it is essentially tailored towards that. It's just that they didn't really bother. They just made it not obvious. So I'm doing this again because I wanted to do this. Oh. Man, okay, I was so used to the arc sound. I was like, come on, like, where is that? And it's just final conclusion. It's like, oh yeah, this thing doesn't even say arc. Like, yeah, this is pretty cool. But, yeah. What else was I gonna say? Like, I just kind of like, oh yeah. So like, essentially, like the interesting thing, I guess, with the like the 01 drivers that the 01 or the unit 01 driver units that don't trigger anything within the driver all say arc. Like I think that's kind of like, you know, the neat thing, although like, you know, they should really utilize we should still utilize the slot here that actually, you know, has a peg specifically to press things in, but gosh. And the Metabolic Jinrai driver doesn't even like, Metabolic Jinrai driver, it's a retool of the 02 driver, but it's not going to do any of the sounds within it, unless the toy is actually going to, but not they just didn't do that for the VSynX, which Yeah, that's kind of likely. Okay, so last but not least, we got Heck Rising Hopper. Why is it so dark? Okay, this kind of feels unnecessary. But what? I forgot how much phrases Aruto has within this. He has 15 phrases. And I did not know I was supposed to pull it from there. So... Okay, so unlike Eden, this one's just completely like... How the heck am I supposed to pull this one? Oh, God. So typically I would actually just, you know, put these boxes within the closet, but then because, you know, the inserts are plastic, I would typically just put the toy back in there, but then because I have to cover them, that's gonna be a while. Because that's what I did with my Geo movie stuff. All of those are boxed. All those were boxed right away. Yeah, this is a definite remold. Which, it's interesting. This is, out of all things, this is a remold. Now, okay, now the big issue is that there's not really anywhere you can hold this trigger. This assault grip you can't really grab because there's nowhere to hold it from. So it's like, how am I supposed to... Do I hold it like this? This is uncomfortable, to be honest. Like, there's no, like, inner grip to hold this. This one is 033. Wait, what was 032? Wasn't that 02? I don't remember. I don't remember. So, again, I think this is just the Earth. Like, this is a interesting, like, remold. Because it's very simple. But I'm pretty sure it is supposed to just be, like... Because I'm pretty sure they just hold it like this. Like, S just holds it like this. So, I don't think you are supposed to grab this one by the grip. But... You can definitely tell this one's, like, a lot lighter compared to, like, Shiny and Assault. Because this grip is not, like, anything. Oh no, the world's gonna end.
Hell's Hopper's ability.
Actually, yeah, I don't know.
Hell's Hopper's ability. お前の思い通りにはさせない。S、お前を止められるのはただ一人。俺だ。変身、来るな。二度と危険な目に遭わせたくないんだ。いつはこのことをみんなに伝えてくれ。 S を止めてみせるよ。人工知能とナノマシン、どっちも人を幸せにするためのものだろう。どうしてこんな使い方をするんだ。世界を滅ぼすキーを渡せ。みんなごめん。世界中の笑顔を守るためならな。俺は間違ってたんだな。伊豆を笑顔にできないなら、あんたがやろうとしてることも本当に大切な人を笑顔にできることなのか。人工知能には心がある。自らの意志で考えて行動する心がある。ありがとう。伊豆に救われた。よし、いつか俺も大爆笑ギャグでお前を心の底から笑わせてやるからな。Hell's Hopper's ability.
I'm surprised at how tame the majority of those phrases were. I don't think any of those phrases were him actually using the form. Anyways. Let's do this. So I think this is similar to like Rock and Hopper. You know how when after you exit, like get out of the transformation, it will cut to Sereno to like his last 3 phrases. I think the case here is that after you authorize it, it will jump to like within the middle phrases before he actually transforms. Actually, I think you have to do them here. Then you authorize it. That's not even accurate. Screaming Naruto phrases. You know what that means. Let's hear them together. Let's hear them together, guys. There. Tomo longer, but anyways.
Hellrise charge. Hellrise impact.
I already forgot you can just request this down. Actually, wait, I did that wrong. Great. This is not good. See, the sound quality in this one's really confusing because it's definitely clear, but like it's quiet at the same time. Let me do this for fun.
Thousand Jacker.
Gosh. The heck? This thing's a phony. Like, yes, I know it's technically gonna be way too long for this thing to run for exactly an hour, but it just would have been neat if this thing was an actual time bomb. But
Hellrise Charge. Hell's Hopper's ability. Hell Rising. Blast! Authorize. Hellrise Charge. Hellrise Charge. Hell's Hopper's ability. Hail Rising.
hail. Yes, I like hail. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's essentially it for all the 0-1 stuff. My favorite is probably Eden for sure. Like, it's not that bad. No, I probably actually no. Like, I don't like the form, but I like the key. The key is an interesting concept. Like, it's a nice retool. It's a nice remold. It's an obvious remold because they had to combine the grip and the progress key together. It's weirdly like it's weirdly light is the thing, but like that's the weird thing. Like, you can tell this one's like the most hefty one. This one's like in the middle. This one's really light, which is concerning. But then like, I just don't care for arc, so it would definitely be these 3 keys. Like, just those 3 keys in general. Like, I just don't like Heck Rising Hopper. The suit. I don't think... I think it's personally really lazy that it is literally just a Shining Assault Hopper deco. Because it's just... Again, it's just really lazy in my opinion. Because I think... I don't know. And also just the thing is like, why does it have to be a grasshopper? Like, I think that's my issue with these two. It's just like, why is Arc 01 especially like... Why is it Arc Rising Hopper? Why can't it just be Arc 01? Like, I guess this one at least makes sense. But again, like, this one's the Earth. Why can't it be based... Why is it an evil, devilish, red devilish grasshopper? That has nothing to do with the Earth literally being destroyed. This is why Eden's the best one. This one is just... gosh. I like this one too much. The plate's pretty cool. So, that's all the 01 stuff. After, what, an hour? So, let's finally get to the Saber movie. Because Falchion is debuting. Not debuting. He is showing up in the show tomorrow. Technically later today. But, so yeah, this is just right on time. Man, I guess this is just sitting on the side. No, this side. Because I was like, oh, do I actually have to throw stuff away? I'm like, yeah, I do. So, oh, I can't grab it. So here's the Mumeiken Shomu in the Haken Blah Driver. So, I'm just gonna assume that this Saber short movie was obviously supposed to be what the Saber portion of the crossover was supposed to be. But then, obviously, they couldn't do the crossover, so they just did the short movie. Because I'm pretty sure, obviously, Falchion would have been the main, like, Saber antagonist. And we wouldn't know with 01. I feel like with 01, they just had to scrap everything for that. Like, I feel like they probably only had things planned for Saber at that point. And then with 01, they couldn't continue forward. Why are the instructions just stuck here? How much phrases does Batch have? What the heck? It doesn't even say how much phrases he has. What? How am I supposed to know then? Oh my gosh, they cut corners. Because I was like, this seems too small for a thing that has phrases. But so here we go with silver gamer driver buckles. It's so weird they're using gamer driver buckles. Like, honestly, this just seems like in the same color scheme as the bugger visor. The buggle driver's Vi. Yeah, this isn't chrome, but this is pretty interesting. I like the texture, definitely. It just sucks that it obviously doesn't do anything within the sword driver because there's no mark. It's just a whole piece of plastic. It's not translucent, so you can obviously tell that it's not anything special. Actually, we shall just go with the sounds. So here's the Desire Seiken. Oh gosh, what's with the hilt? So here's the Mumeiken Kyomu, which is blending within the set for some reason. But man, what is up with this piece? It's kind of like sticky. That's weird. But yeah, I find it weird they decided to move this from up here to down here, because you can obviously tell that they added more details to the blade, which I actually kind of prefer the details on this than the Seiken. But other than that, like, I don't know, this just looks really off place. Last but not least, God. We got the Blah driver, and it's just, why is it? Why? This thing just, man. I like this piece, but it's just like, why would you not? Why? It's like, cool, we got a second one of these, but it's like, what's the sacrifice? It only has one slot. How does this function? Does it still function the same way? Well, I guess it's less stress for it because it doesn't need to worry about these other parts, but at the same time, it's like, why? So, I'm screwed in. Apparently, I'm not. Great. There's some, like, oh, the cardboard stuck on this. I guess this is just gonna sit on top. I don't know, I'm just putting that. The fact I'm just moving that out the side right away. Like, it's just a silver version of what we already have. Yes, it's like, power, you have this much batteries, you can clearly, use them. It's like, no, we need to be resourceful with them. Especially with the Saber stuff. For some reason, Saber keeps burning through the batteries. So it's like, I'm not gonna bother like providing constant battery life to it. It's just weird that the majority of this is black. It just feels like really off. But, yeah, I figured I put things in the wrong way. I apologize if like the red LED is literally like just flashing, or the no, not that. Apologize if the orange LED is literally just pulsating between orange and red. Wow, they really didn't have any like. Actually, that is correct. But wow, there's really nothing going for this. So let's transform. I guess we're gonna do it the way he does it in the short movie. It's really weird the light doesn't even go up all the way. It's mostly just located here, and it kind of dies out at the end. I guess that's actually technically the positive with this one is that because you actually don't have to worry about these two slots, so it's like, you know, pulling out the Seiken is not going to be like so worrisome. hope he actually does this within the show. Like, he didn't do 2 of his finishers within the show. Okay, so now let's do the phrase mode. So essentially, like, the way this... It's very similar to the Sound Update Edition. Except... everything's within the sword driver. Or everything's within the blade driver. And not the, not half and half. So all the phrases are within this. Let's zoom in. So then we can be like the Sound Update Edition. I just do want to point out too, I really like how this is actually, like, this doesn't even have any of the Wonderworld text. It's interesting. The button feels firmer to click. Pretty sure that's the last one, because that's like him. I was like, oh yeah, like, he's like essentially, oh yeah, I'll return eventually and such. Yeah. Yeah. thing is more this thing is more memorialized than the Sound of It edition. Like the Sound of It, this that's the sad thing. Like they're both premium Bandai products, and yet this one actually has what I wanted out of the Sound of It edition. A transformation the way it happened. And I really like how, like, essentially, like, the light, like, lights out because, to replicate the, like, nothingness and such. Yeah, I think they only have, like, his sounds for, like, attacks he actually did. Nope. Oh, what about this? I feel like he does. Why the heck is it only the Geary that only has it? That doesn't make sense. I don't have the book yet. But yeah, that's essentially his memorial mode, which is now outdated now, again, because he's coming back in the show. So, this thing is not going to have anything of him from the show. So I'm just going to put it back in its normal mode, because we have to show its other compatibility, like with other ride books. Essentially, this is like the Kuriyami. Essentially, that's what they essentially made this. Essentially, they made it a Kuriyami without making it the Kuriyami. Oh shoot, where did the tab go? It's just weird how late the transition between colors is. And so obviously, as we just looked at that, so essentially all of the like main Wonder Ride books that we have. So the 3 Wonder combos, and then like, so essentially all the Rider ones are Eternal Power. Then we get, well, technically I can jump to this one right away because it's the only one compatible, and it makes sense. I liked how that include. I forgot that technically this doesn't. I forgot that it was programmed. I forgot these were programmed to, not. I forgot this was programmed to actually allow this to do its thing, so I thought I was gonna do something spectacular. Who can I pull next? Oh, obviously, Relevancy. And what? So, essentially, so obviously after Eternal Power, we get Eternal Legend, which technically it's the third one, but essentially Eternal Legends have the same like end phrases as Eternal Powers, which makes sense. I just really like that they acknowledge the Legend Rider books. Okay, we grabbed 3 more books. three more types. I think all 3 of those were the exact same. So let's just scan these. So they're at least acknowledged as like 3 different things still. I literally forgot about these 3 books. I literally forgot about these 3 books because, like, you know, they don't do anything to Kuriyami. So it's just like, oh yeah, they actually do something within this. Let's get these 3 over with. Yeah, and I just pulled these 3. And I just picked the wrong trio. That's not impressive. It's all right. Oh shoot, this is not good. Okay. So then we're going to... Obviously, you can take your normal Seiken sword driver. And then you can do stuff like this. essentially. You can't actually insert these within the blood driver because there's no clearance. There's no clearance of these at all. That's why Ginnobuki is the only one you can really put in. You can't even put X-Swordman in. Great. I technically need to do more of these, so. Obviously, I don't have Tatagami Hoju Senki. That'll be in Volume 8, hopefully. That's essentially it for an overview of that. Yep. I'm more like this thing, if you couldn't tell, this thing's already dying just because I've been playing with it so much instead of actually doing work. So let's get this over with. Obviously we have to put it in movie mode. So let's put this in. Yeah, sadly the sounds aren't edited. Like the sounds for that aren't edited like this. But yeah. So yeah, you get the generic Divine Beast sound because we technically don't have a generic sound like that, which is pretty interesting. So I'm going to assume that Sabella and Durandal's sounds are going to be the generic, you know, animal sound, because we surprisingly don't have that for stories, despite the fact we have a bunch of them. So honestly, because now we're finally at this point, let's get to the last one, Emotional Dragon. This one I've been wanting to just, you know, take out just because I really do like, I actually really do like this form. like the form and I like the book. It's just a lot better in my opinion than Jaw Dragon. I don't like Jaw Dragon, so basically because it is Jaw Dragon, it is packed the same way like Jaw Dragon. Oops. Obviously, because I actually did get it new, I actually got it with the tab, unlike Jaw Dragon. Like, yeah, it's just Jaw Dragon, but I mean, like... Oh, wow. So here's the two. Yeah, I really like the cover for this. God, this sucks. Like, man, the sound quality in this thing is weird because it's just like Heck Rising Hopper. Like, it's clean, but it sounds quiet. Okay, so basically, typically the kick will be, the way it would work would be normal, but then because this is the sound update edition, you don't get the actual finisher. You only get the phrase. So, no finisher. Yeah, he didn't do this either in the movie. So yeah, that's essentially it for this. Like it doesn't do much, but I still like it no matter what. I did not know they got rid of the Kurami horn. I didn't. Man, that looks weird now. Man, I love the dragons. Like my biggest issue is that it just doesn't use the same like gosh. I don't want to call them coils. It just doesn't use the same sensor as Jolly Dragon. It literally just uses the same ones that the Saber ones have already been using, so it's just not consistent. Because obviously I was going to say, like, if you actually do try to, like, you know, use this within the Kurami, which I'll have to quickly show off. Let's put the original batteries back in. So first of all, let's I actually did not know that it was just renamed to Jock Monster. That's pretty interesting. Obviously, because typically, I think the only reason why they decided to give this a new, like, sensor, or new, like, thing, is because they didn't want this thing to be read out as... Even though that would have made the most sense. That's the struggle of trying to do this. I don't think, again, you can scan these twice. Yeah, this one, obviously this one just overwrites everything. I'm curious, can we just have the two overlap? Both sounded similar. Did they really just use the same sound? I'm just going to assume they are. And you can tell, like, I'm just always gonna say, like, the dragons on emotional are way more, like, firmer than Jaws. Other than that, you know, I like how this looks. I just wish it was actually, you know, consistent with Joe and Dragon Ignite, but, you know, that's essentially it. It's actually nice to actually see this, even though we're gonna presumably get a new rendition of this form, which is weird. Emotional elemental emotional primitive dragon. But it's 125. That's essentially gonna be it for this movie run of Hypocritical Saber. So, with two things that are actually gonna, oh, they're not gonna get released on time, but I mean, like, I opened them and on the time that they get released. Hopefully, I actually do get working on the stuff I'm supposed to work on for college. But other than that, I honestly don't know when exactly I can pull off Volume 8 exactly, just because Saber is getting to the point that it is getting more difficult to get these toys, because I need to pick up Hoju Senki, Tatakami Hoju Senki, and then it's just some other Wonder Ride books. I don't know which ones specifically, but I'm gonna try to at least, you know, I guess what I'm saying is that the next one should be a lot smaller because of the fact that it's mostly just going to be Hoju Senki, unless I really take a long time and it's to the point I get Saber's final form, but I don't know about that point. Anyways, this is running for like 2 hours already, so this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye. Okay, I would have forgot to do this, but so I forgot to actually explain. If you didn't really hear my explanation before, the huge reason why I decided to actually eventually pick this up is because Riken has the CSM Amazon's driver alpha version, so I was just like, I might as well, you know, have my own version, and I should, you know, do this. What there's... I don't remember how this works. No. That's not how you work. I forgot how it worked. Right. Okay, so let me just reset this. So I gotta hold it 6 times. Oh. Okay. Let's do... Okay, yeah, so I had to switch to dialogue mode.
Amazon.
Okay. Now let's get this going. Okay. I don't know the phrases exactly.
肝心なこと言ってなかったが、俺の目的はアマゾン一匹残らず潰すことだ。
How do you
当然お前も入ってる。
skip function, hold.
千尋、お前の目、七葉さんそっくりだな。
Where am I?
殺して食うの分かってだが、どうにも胸くそ悪いな。じゃあな。
I'm back.
気持ち悪い。お前まさか、俺はアマゾンになる前から自分で。そうだ、駆除だよ。そう。
I wish these were actually translated.
そっか、面白い。ひな。世界は消え、お前たちも無となるのだ。
I'm sorry. This will be it. I'll actually be people now.